Hello guys, welcome back to Tactical Trafford, and today we want to talk about probably all the transfer updates and all the recent updates surrounding Manchester United, from the news about Jadon Sancho, Rashford, Anthony Malacia, Alejandro Garnacho, Anthony Elanga, and lots more. So guys, let's dive into this video together. So guys, the first news you're going to be addressing is that Ruben Amorim has returned to the Carrington training complex to begin pre-season with Manchester United, and it's so sad that he just has only one signing so far without any sales made. But the most important breaking news is that Rashford, Garnacho, Sancho, Anthony Malacia, as reported today, has asked to leave Manchester United. So guys, let me explain the situation. I feel they didn't ask to leave Manchester United. They were told not to return because they were not going to train with the first team, because Manchester United saying that these players have asked to leave is going to give them more grounds when negotiating for their sale. If it was the situation whereby it was said that Manchester United told them they were no longer part of the squad, it was going to be really disappointing, and it's going to lower our negotiation. It's going to lower our negotiation power when it comes to trying to sell them to future suitors. So that's actually the whole situation concerning that news. Manchester United, that news actually came out some weeks back that I actually posted. I did that video that Manchester United, Ruben Amorim has actually told Rashford, Anthony Malacia and the rest not to come back for pre-season training, that they were not part of the squad and they were out of the project. But the news was actually debunked right after by ESPN and all that. But it has been proven that that news is actually right. Ruben Amorim has actually told them not to return back to the squad. They are actually going to return back to Carrington facility if they don't get a move to late July, but that's probably when the team must have moved to USA for the continuation of the preseason. So let's go over to the Anthony Elanga situation. Anthony Elanga is actually discussing personal terms with Newcastle United. The personal term is actually not being finalized yet. The personal terms is still close, but Newcastle has placed a new bid of £55 million for Anthony Elanga, and Newcastle and Nottingham Forest are actually discussing the terms and add-on structures of the deal. And also, there's also a breaking news concerning the Brian Mbeumo. In one of the videos that was being made by Ben Jacobs recently, he actually said that the discussion going on between Manchester United and Brentford is actually the add-ons and the structures of the deal. So that tells you that maybe they must have gotten to an agreement of the base fee. They have gotten the agreement on the price they want to pay. So what they are actually discussing is the payment terms, the add-ons, and the structure of the Brian Mbeumo deal. And they're saying that in the next few days, obviously we are tired of these few days that they have been saying for the past 1 month. They're saying in the next few days we are going to get a here we go. And then going over to the Sancho situation, it has been reported that many times that Santos are proposing actually a swap for Sancho and Douglas Luiz. I've made a Douglas Luiz video right now. I want you guys to go over to my channel and watch the tactical analysis of Douglas Luiz. So over to what I was saying, they are proposing a swap deal between Sancho and Douglas Luiz, but they said Manchester United are re-evaluating the situation. They said Fabrizio also reported that the problem between Juventus and Sancho is that the salary is just a stumbling block, that Juventus has been calling regularly for the Jadon Sancho deal, but the salary actually still remains the stumbling block. For the Rashford situation, Rashford is actually waiting for Barcelona. It has been reported that he has several suitors, but he wants to go to Barcelona. That is his dream club. And Fabrizio also reported that Barcelona wants to reactivate new contacts for Luiz Díaz. So let's see how the Luiz Díaz Rashford dynamics is actually going to play out. I personally feel that Rashford might end up in Barcelona because he cannot just only play the wings, because definitely he's not going to play in the wing over Rafinha or Yemilama. He's definitely going to be playing as a number 9, given the fact that Lewandowski is probably not the player that we know the 10 over the last decade. So going over to Garnacho actually has received interest from Bayer Leverkusen, from other clubs in Europe, but his priority is to stay in the Premier League. Garnacho wants to stay in the Premier League. So let's see if there's going to be any Premier League interest ignited for Alejandro Garnacho. So that's probably the update for Manchester United so far. And so before I forget, Rasmus Højlund also, it was reported by Laurent Whitwell that Rasmus Højlund actually has interest from Inter Milan. I've been reporting that over the past 1 month here on my channel that Inter Milan actually interested in Rasmus Højlund, and it was reported by Laurent Whitwell earlier this week that Manchester United actually are looking at sanctioning a loan at most for Rasmus Højlund. He said that Rasmus Højlund is looking more likely to leave Manchester United than staying, probably because I think if Manchester United gets a new striker, Rasmus Højlund will be pushed down the picking order. Zexi can be used at the number 9. Chidobe Martin can be used at the number 9. So probably I feel he knows that he's out of the project. And as you guys know, Manchester United are re-evaluating the possibility of buying Oli Watkins. If you have not watched my Oli Watkins video, the tactical analysis of Oli Watkins, I would like you guys to go and watch that video as well. So guys, this is all for this Manchester United transfer. So I want you guys to like, to share, to comment on this video to give me more confidence and more zeal to continue to do this video. I'd like you guys to subscribe because I have a target to reach in the next month. It's not really going to take any fee. It's not really going to take any burden for you to subscribe to my channel. I want you guys to click that subscribe button when you see it. See you guys in my next video. Ciao.